Всем привет, друзья, с вами DK. Сегодня мы продолжаем игру под названием Blues and Bullets. Первый эпизод. В предыдущей серии мы закончили на том, что наш главный персонаж не убил Аль Капоне. В общем-то, не убил, а рассказал его всю правду о нем его сыну. Вот у нас продолжение. Спасибо, что поддержали. Так, нам нужно выйти на улицу и сесть в машину. Тому человеку, который принес нам патрон из предыдущей серии, если вы помните. Всем приятного просмотра, одевайте наушники и приятного аппетита. Мы начинаем. Так, вот он, человек. Так, давайте спросим. Глава, кстати, 5 первого эпизода. Так, ну мы поехали. Да, я вроде как все должен был хорошо настроить со звуком, проблем не должно быть. С предыдущей серии, если вы заметили, скорее всего вы заметили, если кто смотрел, была включена вебка. На тот момент я не знал, что она включена. Но в этот не должна быть. Так что извиняюсь сразу. Такой за небольшой косячок. Так, куда нас привез? Какой-то клуб, наверное. Хотя в то время клубы разве были? Какой-то примерно год даже. Не знаю. Так. Ну, тут, наверное, скорее всего, тоже так же музыка играет, но я ее отключил. Так что постараюсь наложить для вас какой-нибудь похожий музыку. Так, мне нужно подняться. Давайте пойдем за ним. В принципе. Так, он сюда пошел. Так, тут посмотреть. Может, так играю все так же на геймпаде. Зачетные татушечки. Так. Это, видать, как сказать, мафия. Китайский квартал какой-нибудь. Так, ну тут минутка истории. Да, и, друзья, хотелось всем сказать спасибо большое. Ну, ты классный чувак. Кто поддержал этот проект. Ну, как проект. Предыдущую запись, можно так сказать. Всем спасибо, друзья. Для меня очень важно, что вы ставите лайки и комментируете. Всегда приятно почитать. И увидеть, что людям нравится то, что я делаю. Всем спасибо. Такая минутка отступления от игры. Ладно, займемся нашей игрой. Уже по полной. Так. Какое-то странное место нас повезли. Так, сцена. Так, мы что ли в воздухе находимся, не пойму. Странно как-то.
Since I was a kid, I like to keep my feet on the ground.
That makes two of us.
Давайте с ним будем так поболтаем, более-менее не будем вроде врать.
If you need a paper bag, I have one.
Если вам нужен бумажный пакет. Ну, ясно, если ты захочешь
How
проблеваться.
high does this thing go?
Так я не могу только
Higher
понять,
than the
почему.
clouds.
Куда мы это... А, это какой-то дирижабль. И он из клуба поднялся вверх. Да, неплохо. Как это только все провернули? Мне интересно. Ну ладно, это же всего лишь игра. В играх все возможно. Так. Все как-то секретно. Давайте попробуем включить музыку. На одну палочку. Так, да, тут есть музычка. Стойки регистрации. Там, наверное, да? Это дать какая-то, даже не могу предположить, что это. Сейчас будем, походу, разбираться. Уже.
I'm
Так.
afraid I can't come with you. Thanks for the pie.
Не за что.
Welcome to the Grand
Ну,
Hindenburg
пожалуй.
Hotel. My name is Susan, and I'm
А,
glad to be of
это
service.
отель.
Your name, please?
Давайте будем.
I'm Mr. Untouchable.
In that case, I suggest you try not to live up to your name if you want to make the most of your stay at the Hindenburg, Mr. Untouchable. And now, how can I help you?
I'm here to see Mr. Capone.
There's no Mr. Capone here, Mr. Untouchable.
Listen,
Будем
Susan, I know
интеллигентным.
more than 60 aliases for Al Capone, so you have two options. One is to delay my appointment with him until I guess the right one, which he is not going to like. The other is to send me through and earn my eternal gratitude and his. Your call.
He's in the presidential suite, top floor at the end of the red carpet.
Thank you, Susan.
Спасибо,
Have a pleasant
Сьюзен.
stay at the Grand Hindenburg Hotel, Mr. Untouchable.
Давайте посмотрим в окошечко.
Your attention, please. The cable car to Santa Esperanza leaves
What
in
kind of
3
person can
minutes.
afford this kind of luxury?
Да,
Shit.
интересно.
You think it's going to be a quiet day and suddenly the
Роскошь
storm
такая
hits you?
в воздухе. Отель. Неплохо. Так, это, видимо, название, да? Отеля. Так, ну ладно, давайте будем затягивать. Все-таки осмотры, потому что не сильно люблю. Это пол не провалится. Поднимемся сразу. Так, чувак, давай иди. Одно плохо в этом играх и в предыдущей серии в комментариях написали, что то, что нельзя управлять камерой, очень плохо и медленный персонаж ходит. Ну, это такой жанр игры, так что будем привыкать к этому. Так, и мне нужно у нас вверх.
Your attention, please. The cable car to Santa Esperanza leaves in 2 minutes.
Аль Капоне. Не знаю, какие сейчас могут быть действия с Аль Капоне. Не убивать же его будем снова, как в предыдущей серии. Так, ну тут фейерверки. Ладно, не буду затягивать. Мне нужно дойти до конца дорожки, так понимаю. Может сюда? Давай посмотрим. А, ну да, пиксельные фейерверки. Неплохо. Минутка ностальгии. Ладно. Продолжаем наш нелегкий путь. Так, она сказала в конце ковровой дорожки, так понимаю, да. Все дальше и дальше. Да. Она походу на лифте. Так. Снова касцена. Ой, что-то фризит. И исходить это не только у вас, у меня тоже. Так, доверитесь до номера Аль Капоне. Так, ну давайте пойдем вперед. Так, это кровь.
What happened here?
Nothing to worry about, my good man. What happens on the Hindenburg stays on the Hindenburg.
Ясно.
Are you saying the law doesn't apply here?
We're too high up, my good man. The law has always preferred to look down.
You never had problems with the police?
Oh, many a one, my good man. In fact, what I'm cleaning up is today's first problem.
Ну, закон. Видимо, в этом отеле свой закон. Давайте мораль немножко почитаем.
You don't want to know where I worked before this, my good man.
Действительно не знаю. Но все же убирать кровь. Ладно, это не мое дело, конечно. Тем более сейчас все равно уже, наверное, не полицейский. Так, ну думаю, туда. Там что-то метают в деревья. Мне это не интересно. Простите за мой сразу голос. Просто сейчас около 3 ночи. Я не спавший, не евший. Буду заплетаться. Так, и вот он, долгожданный Аль Капоне.
That's exactly what I've been doing for the last 19 and a half years. You'll be surprised what a little good behavior can do for a person.
Так и видно, что он как хорошо постарел.
I'm a lot closer to death than when I last saw you. As are you.
Why did you ask me here?
Так, давайте сразу
Why did you
будем.
come?
Любопытно.
I wanted to see if you'd improved with age. I'm glad to see the answer's no.
When you said rot in jail, you really meant it, huh? Look, I didn't ask you here to find out who's got the snappiest comebacks.
Ну, это
I wanna
понятно.
hire you.
Нанять.
What?
I require your services as a detective.
Давайте ирония.
You're so old, I don't know if you're senile or if you're joking.
Ну, все-таки хороший
Yes, my
детектив
granddaughter Sophia has
в
been
прошлом.
kidnapped. When what happened to my son, Vittorio, I put her in a boarding school. She was entered under a false surname, Colombo. Nobody knows who she is.
Nobody?
Only Milton, the man who brought you here. I trust him completely. 2 days ago, a guy turned up at the boarding school. He introduced himself as Guido Colombo, the girl's uncle, and her new legal guardian. He said her parents had just died in a tragic automobile accident. He produced all the relevant papers, driver's license, the custody document supposedly made out by the father, the death certificates. He explained away the fact that the girl didn't know him by saying he moved to Seattle before she was born.
Any clues?
Nah. Well, Sophia was wearing a blue dress with flowers that I personally ordered for her from Italy. She was also wearing white ballet shoes with daisies embroidered on them. As for the guy, the school principal said he was tall and slim, in his 50s, no particular accent. Black hair, no beard, no glasses. Well dressed. Could be anyone. But I know he was hired by one of my old associates. Someone wants to finish me once and for all. Maybe they want control of what's left of my organization. Maybe they hate my guts.
And I thought I was the only one who still hated you after 20 years. What else have you got?
I got this. And I got you.
You don't have me. My place is at my diner. And your girl's not there.
Huh. So where should I be looking?
Так, ну давайте последуем в полицию.
I'm not
В
a cop
принципе,
anymore. Call the station.
The station. Are
думаю,
you serious?
да, это
The cops are rotten to the core. I should know. I helped make them that way.
So why me?
20 years ago, I pushed you to the edge. I bought your friends and killed the ones who couldn't be bought. I got you so obsessed with me that your wife ended up leaving you. When you had nothing left, you walked into my house, shot my bodyguards, and pointed a gun at me. You could have killed me. But you chose to restrain yourself. You even gave my son a lecture on ethics. You're the only honest man I know.
Знаете, мне почему-то хочется ему помочь. Давайте так и сделаем.
I'll do it. Not for you. For her.
I knew I got the right guy.
But I want something in return.
As you can see, I'm not short of money. Ask. I won't haggle.
Ну в тюрьму, думаю, не надо его.
You
Пожертвую.
give your entire fortune to the Santa Esperanza Hospice.
That won't be difficult. I've been donating to them for decades. And I don't need the money anymore. I don't give a damn what happens to me, Ness. You just save Sophia. And you can start by investigating
Carlo Boccarini.
How did you know?
Biggest forger in Santa Esperanza. Wouldn't surprise me if Sophia's so-called uncle's papers were made by him. Besides, he's been cursing your name ever since we put you in jail.
Hey, I treated him like a son.
After you killed his parents.
They were selling booze without my permission. Wait, you know where to find them?
I have a good contact at the station. A girl. Rookie. Straight arrow. Reliable.
A girl? You saying you trust her?
You are such a chauvinist. Do you trust me?
Deal?
Ну договорились, почему бы нет.
That's a spirit. Keep Milton informed at all times, huh? You hear me?
I know you from somewhere.
Ну так, ну что ж. Все-таки решились помочь, не знаю почему-то. Мне хочется ему помочь. Возможно, как сказал наш герой, не ради него. Ради его внучки. Но в принципе, мне кажется, сюжет на этом был не завязан на то, что даже если я бы отказался, все равно я бы ее искал. Так. Что, идем вперед просто.
This town has become a jungle. Where not even the rats are safe. Those who swore to protect us fight to steal the last scraps of dignity we have left. And
Заставка.
something to be a cop.
А, так. Как вы помните, стреляю я.
Until he arrived.
Так. Очень странный эпизод, ну да ладно. Тема это такой сюжет.
He took everything I had, but in the end I sent him to hell.
Хейлат.
Rebuilt my life. Got
Видимо,
my
так
feet back
выглядит
on the
ад.
ground.
Так,
But
старая
now he's
добрая
back.
закусочная.
And he's dragged me in.
Очень странная.
I'm gonna need help.
Сцена была. Давайте не будем бухать. Выпьем просто сока. Мы же должны быть разумными. А я сам люблю сок. Герой мой любит сок. Давайте выпьем.
Ness,
Elliot, I found Carlo Boccarini.
I knew you would, Alice.
Write this down. 31 Wicker Avenue in Lakeview.
Так и мы нашли адрес.
Nice work.
Точнее, наша
What do you want with him?
знакомая.
He's got a hell of a file.
Right now, it's better you don't know, Alice.
What? Are you protecting me?
I promised your father that I would.
I'm a cop, not a little girl.
Alice, I don't have much time. I'll let you know how it goes. Thanks.
Так, мы нашли адрес.
Tomorrow's going to be a long, long day.
Первого подозреваемого, я так понимаю, который до ареста Аль Капоне, точнее после ареста Аль Капоне, очень ненавидел его. Ну что ж, давайте
31 Wicker
проверим.
Avenue. This is it.
You sure?
I'm sure.
At last. That stench of stale grease about you reminds me too much of my old job.
Так, я не понял совсем, о чем идет речь. Бота?
You worked as a waiter?
I was a chef, and not in any old kitchen. At the maximum security penitentiary on Gore Island.
Очень
Can't think
знатная
of a better
должность,
way
я
to
тебе
do
скажу.
time.
Мых
And how do you think I met Alphonse?
черный друг.
Playing golf.
Alphonse.
On the subject of cooking, I know your blueberry pie had an extra something. I still don't know what.
Alphonse.
So what now? You got a plan?
Take a look around in case there's a rear exit. I'll take the main door.
My pleasure.
С удовольствием, ладно. Я так понимаю... туда. Я хожу через парадный, он через задний.
The fact that a criminal like him can hang up his shingle in broad daylight says a lot about Santa Esperanza.
Ладно. Не будем церемониться, просто возьмем и сделаем это. Вот звонок, почему нет?
The bell doesn't work. I guess Boccarini doesn't get many visitors.
Ясно.
Boccarini? Carlo Boccarini?
Nothing of interest out back. Sorry. You better come see this, Mr. Ness.
What is it?
I don't know how to describe it.
труп. Так, я не понял, что там такое. Так. Загрузочка. Видимо, там какой-то труп нашли. Так. Профессионально убиваем дверь. Ху-ху-ху-ху.
Is that our man?
Boccherini.
My God.
We
Ничего
have to
себе.
find out who did this and why. Let's go.
You're the detective, Mr. Ness. Besides, Alfonso will want to see this. I'll be right back.
All right.
Да,
I
все в
have to
кровище.
establish how Boccherini died. Maybe the body parts can shed some light on the motive.
Так, и мне, видимо, нужно... Теперь мне нужно все
Holy
исследовать.
Christ, what the hell are we up against? Pity he won't last till Christmas, because he'd almost pass for a tree. There's no doubt the murderer took his time. His teeth were all pulled out before he was killed. The buildup of blood
Вырвали все
inside his mouth
зубы.
speaks for itself.
Да.
His eyes were pulled clean out of their sockets. Whoever did this, it wasn't their first time. And if they committed any other murders like this, it's likely that the police found some of the bodies. I must remember to ask Alice.
Жалко тебе, парниша. Хотя...
This isn't a cut, it's a tear. His hands were ripped off. Who has that kind of strength?
Так, еще одна улика ноги. Нет. Так, почему-то у меня не крутится вниз, значит, надо сверху смотреть. Так, сверху ничего, давайте немножко попробуем. Так вот, все, надо просто было еще чутка левее.
What's he got stuck in there? Looks like the bottom of a glass. It's Boccherini, no doubt about that. Although the one I remember was more together.
Так. Улики некоторые нашли.
Boccherini's teeth were all pulled out. What looks like the bottom of a broken glass buried in Boccherini's back.
Так, ну ты... Видимо,
The
не то.
murderer tore Boccherini's hands off. Hands
Так,
ripped off,
ясно.
teeth torn out. I guess I'll have to rule out criminal intent or a personal angle. Boccherini's eyes still haven't shown up. What if I look for whatever was used to remove them?
Окей. Ищем. То, чем удаляли глаза.
The blood comes from the other side of the corridor and ends next to the body. He was attacked in the other room and dragged to the hall.
Так.
The evidence suggests that the events began in the lounge. How did Boccherini
Видимо.
encounter his murderer?
Так, снова.
Whatever crushed the table must have been really heavy, or maybe it was thrown extremely hard.
Ну, видимо, разбили окно и залезли спокойно.
A perfectly circular dint, as if someone had tried to hammer in a gigantic bolt, around 4 inches in diameter.
Так, след когтей. Серьезно? Так. О,
Fingernails scratched the
стой,
wood.
работает. Точнее, не когтей, ногтей. Вот, еще.
Blood ran like water.
Да, действительно, кровь лилась рекой. Так, часики.
Did it break during the struggle, or was it already broken? What kind of person takes off a wristwatch without unfastening it? Or fastens the strap again after
Так,
taking it
видимо,
off?
руку отрезали и уже часы сняли сами. Так,
Blood. Blood everywhere.
давайте сопоставим улики.
A blood-stained wristwatch with the glass broken and the strap fastened.
Так, это не наша улика.
A broken table, scratched and covered in blood. 2 pools of blood, one on either side of the trail of blood from the dining room to the hall.
Так, видимо,
What looks
вообще
like
не
the bottom
отсюда.
of a broken.
Окей. Ну и, соответственно, глаза тем, что выкололи.
This was
Я не
opened
нашел.
recently.
Что у нас тут?
Smells of whiskey.
Стакан.
Glass on the floor indicates the window was broken from outside.
Так, это
Something under
пистолет.
there.
Заряженный.
How did it wind up under there? Not one round fired. It must have happened fast.
Так, давайте дальше пойдем. Так, до сих пор мы не нашли, чем выкололи глаза. Что это у нас?
What is it with Italians and olives? They wrap those
Оливки.
things up like caviar. Like a true bachelor, he should have put these into soak. Hours of scraping to get them clean. Although at this stage, I don't think Boccarini's too worried about that.
Грязная посуда.
4
Молока.
glasses, 2 of water, 2 of wine. I've always
Ну,
been a
видимо,
whiskey
само
man,
вино.
but I know a good
А,
wine
нет.
when I see one.
Да, хорошее вино.
Leftover lasagna.
Лазанья.
Looks good. Why is it that 2 out of 3 Italian gangsters are great cooks? I'll never understand what the deal is with them and cooking. The plates and the glasses leave no room for doubt. Boccarini had company for dinner.
Так, ясно.
One knife's
Ножик
missing. The
пропал.
biggest one.
Так, видимо, им уже его убивали их. Точнее, глаза, может, выкололи.
Shut from the inside.
Так, давайте посмотрим. Так.
A pistol, fully loaded.
Так, оно есть.
Dirty plates, glasses, and silverware from a dinner for 2. Pieces of glass from the window in the hall, found inside the house. What looks like the bottom of...
Так, и видимо...
A
Что
door in
это?
the kitchen, locked from the inside. A broken whiskey glass. An open bottle
Может,
of
что
whiskey.
быстренько попробуем, да.
I'd say Boccherini was drinking in the dining room when his assailant burst in through the window. Boccherini pulled his gun, but the murderer disarmed him before he could shoot. Where did the torture begin?
Так, попытки.
A broken whiskey glass found in the... A blood-stained wristwatch with the
Так.
glass broken and the strap. A broken table, scratched and covered in blood. Two pools of blood. One on either bloodstains show that the
Не
murderer
указывает,
began
что
to
убийца
torture
начал
Boccherini on the
пытать
dining table
Боккерини.
itself. That was where his hands were torn off. As a result, his wristwatch fell to the ground. How did the body reach its current position?
Так, расправа.
The trail of blood from the dining room to the hall.
Кровавая дорожка.
What looks like the bottom of a broken glass. A broken whiskey glass. Dirty plates, glasses, and a door in the kitchen.
Так, и остальное мы еще не нашли. Ладно. Пойдемте дальше. Так. Дверь не открылась. Так, мне кажется, нужно будет обойти. И еще раз все проверить. Что-то пропустил. Так, а другая комната, интересно, тут есть? Туда, например, можно пойти? Так, да. Тут есть что-то.
Takes a strong man to tear that out, or several.
Это, видимо, кажется, расправа с лампой.
The lamp, torn off its
Да.
brackets, and Boccherini, already minus hands, was dragged into the hall, where the murderer used the brackets of the lamp to complete his macabre diorama.
Так, давайте глаза попробуем.
A broken whiskey glass found in the dining room. What looks like the dirty plates. A door in the kitchen.
Ну, видимо. Ну, в принципе, понятно, почему. Ничего не пошло. Так, наверх подняться нельзя. Так, давайте тут осмотримся.
Jammed shut from the inside. Maybe between the two of us when Milton gets back. If I'm not mistaken, this door opens onto the same room as the locked door in the kitchen.
Так, ясно. Так, а вот, видимо, то, чем вы вкалывали глаза.
Blood and some kind of sticky liquid.
Давайте сейчас попробуем как
It
раз
opens onto the
сопоставить.
same room as the jammed door in the corridor.
Так, не сюда. Сюда.
Dirty plates.
Ой, видно.
A teaspoon stained with
Да,
blood and some
верно.
kind of mixture of sticky liquid and blood can only mean one thing. The spoon was used to remove Boccherini's eyes. The mutilations and the disappearance of his eyes suggest two possible motives. Psychopathy or cultist fanaticism.
Мотив.
Which is it?
Давайте предположим,
Dirty
что он
plates,
выпивал с
glasses,
ним.
and silverware.
Нет.
A door in the corridor
Давайте все
It opens onto
попробуем.
the door in the a broken whiskey. What looks like the bottom.
Так, все не подходит. Давайте пройдем дальше. Так, это ванная. Опа, руки. Вот и руки.
Shit. I should have stayed in my diner.
Он что-то держит в этих руках? Так понимаю. Так, видимо, с другой стороны. Так, вот. Зубы.
why his teeth were pulled out, more or less.
Так, что у нас
What is
тут?
that?
Это дать какой-то фирменный знак. Да,
Looks like a
странно все.
ritual. What was Boccherini mixed up in?
Так, тут ничего нет. Давайте попробуем улики наши.
A sick altar of human flesh.
Так.
Some kind of symbol drawn in blood. Although I don't know the origin of the symbol in the bathroom and the altar of flesh and teeth, I'd say the motive was some kind of occult religion. The big question is, who did it?
Так, думаю, все, что можно, собрали. Сейчас нужно подождать. Так, тут еще комната.
This car
Гараж.
looks too classy for a forger like Boccherini. Are there sufficient reasons to believe that when the
Так,
murderer
еще
attacked Boccherini, there was someone else in
свидетель.
the house? The first possibility to be ruled out is that the car belonged to Boccherini.
Так, теперь мне нужно найти улики насчет машины. Окей.
Let's take a look in the glove compartment. Bingo.
Так, что
A
ты
man's
нашел?
cigarette case. OB. One of the Boccherini clan?
Так. Мы нашли портсигар. Это, кстати, можно будет сейчас связать с машиной. Так, секундочку, сюда, сюда. Так, ага, ходит по... А. Вот.
The initials OB on a cigarette case. What looks like the
Так,
a broken whiskey,
быстренько.
dirty plates,
Проверим, мало
a
ли.
door in the
Еще одну улику. Давайте обойдем вот тут. Так, вот.
Vermont plates. Someone drove a long way. It
Теперь,
opens
думаю,
onto the
можно
same room as the locked door in the kitchen.
поставить номера
A car with
машины.
Vermont plates. 1. It has Vermont plates. 2. It's too luxurious for a criminal of his standing. 3. The initials on the cigarette case don't match his name. The next possibility that needs to be ruled out is that the car was stolen. There should be evidence that there was someone else in the house. A door in the kitchen, locked from... A door in the corridor, jammed. Dirty plates, glasses, and silverware.
Так,
The
и
dirty
вот,
dishes and glasses
видимо,
prove
они
that
выпивали.
Boccherini ate lasagna with one other person. Was Boccherini's guest still in the house when the murderer showed up? What looks like the bottom of a broken broken whiskey glass, found in the dine. Seems clear that Boccherini and his guest were drinking when the murderer took them by surprise. The real question is, what happened to the witness? Did they escape? Did the murderer
Ну,
take
видимо,
them? Or are they still in the house?
вот в этой комнате осталось.
A door in the corridor jammed shut. A door in the kitchen
Которую
locked.
сейчас
One
мы
locked door
осмотрим.
could be a coincidence, but two locked doors which open onto the same room can't be. Either I'm completely wrong, or the witness is in that room. But I need Milton to open one of those doors.
Милтон, запомнить надо будет, как его зовут. Так, ну, думаю, сейчас он как раз подъедет.
Mr. Ness, can you open the door for me?
Звонок стал работать. Помнится, что он не работал.
It was open. Why did you ring?
I thought I should use the doorbell so I wouldn't startle you.
When I came in, I pressed the doorbell and it didn't work.
Well, in light of the facts, I deduced that it was your finger that wasn't working. So, what can you tell me to restore my faith in you as a detective?
What is that?
Not a good start. It's a camera, so Alphonse can see all this.
All right, follow me.
Так, ну,
Boccherini
видимо,
had
мы будем
company for
рассказывать,
dinner.
да.
Someone from Vermont with the initials OB. Someone whose social status was a lot higher, but who was on the same side of the law. He served lasagna, and after clearing away the dishes, they opened a bottle of whiskey in the dining room. That was when the murderer burst in on them, coming through the window which he broke with his own body weight. Boccherini, or maybe his guest, pulled a gun, but it was a waste of time. The murderer was so fast he was disarmed before he could fire. He focused his attention on Boccherini, totally ignoring the guest, and lifted him up into the air. He then threw him against the dining room table so hard that one of the glasses of whiskey was embedded in Boccherini's back. He span around, clawing at the table, and immediately afterwards the murderer ripped off his hands. I have no idea how he did it, but all the evidence suggests he just pulled. Blood sprayed everywhere. The wristwatch fell to the ground. He dragged him through the corridor into the hall. He tore down the lamp, hung him from the brackets, and stabbed steel rods through his body. He skewered him on the iron bars, possibly taken from the fence outside, and pulled out his teeth one by one. Then he pulled his teeth out one by one as he died. Finally, he scooped out his eyes with a teaspoon. Boccherini must have been dead when the murderer went to the bathroom with his hands in his teeth. There, he arranged them to make an altar, weaving the fingers together and placing the teeth inside. Next, he painted something on the wall in blood, a symbol which I don't recognize, but which could have some kind of ritualistic significance. When he'd finished his artwork, he left. I don't know what he did with the eyes.
Так,
You're telling me that someone did all this
и
all
вот
with a
такая вот
teaspoon?
история произошла
More or less.
с Боккарини.
And you worked all this out on your own, just by looking?
More or less.
I don't know which of the two of you scares me more.
Так, ну скажи ему про дверь.
What about the guest?
Right. Come with me.
Да, вот как раз. Давай. Так, и что тут?
Nothing.
Turns out
Ничего.
Mr. Untouchable isn't infallible, but you were close. Congratulations.
This must be Boccherini's office. Let's take a quick look around.
All yours.
Так, и что, мы опять будем искать улики? Да, я так понимаю.
You're at a crime scene, and you sit down to read?
Titus Andronicus. One of the actors on the Hindenburg lent it to me. They're performing it soon. You couldn't ask for more appropriate reading material. Murder, mutilation, torture. Shakespeare's got it all.
Ладно, давайте не будем с ним терять время. Нужно найти улики. Чемоданчик. Окей. Хо-хо-хо.
Jesus, there's at least $1 million here.
Mm-hmm. Boccherini's?
I'd be surprised. Probably his guests, and I doubt it was to pay Boccherini for his services. None of his forgeries are worth that much.
Окей.
Carlo, I have the goods for OB, but I have to take the children to school tomorrow and I can't make the meetup. Friday, same time, same place.
Так, записочка.
Signed N.I.
Mm-hmm. These initials are getting to be a pain in the ass, right?
I have to take the kids to school tomorrow. I don't think this is some loving divorced daddy, Milton.
I take back what I just said.
The driver's license of one John Martinson and Osmond Burke. OB.
Do we know him?
The eldest son of the richest family in Vermont, convicted rapist. He was arrested thanks to the testimony of his father, who wound up disinheriting him. He escaped from prison last week. He broke into the family home and slit the throats of all his relatives one by one, opened the safe, and got away with a fortune.
They don't make jails like they used to. All starting to add up, isn't it?
Итак. Господи, это кто? Парниша, успокойся. Ой-ой-ой-ой, я не ту клавишу нажал. И нам перерезали горло. Превосходно. Так, будем уже. Хоть бы помог в натуре. Дикий. Надо успокоить этого дикаря. На тебе пощечины. Драки тут мощные. Однако. Почему он в маске, не могу понять. Что с ним? Получай. Ну давай, да, получай. Кто ж на меня напал? Так, записка.
Rings a bell.
One of Capone's right-hand men 20 years ago. What does this stuff about kids mean?
Капоне, я всего называли Капоне.
Calm down, Burke. You were going to meet up with him, right?
Yes, yeah, at the docks, berth 42, right next to where the alligator 3 is moored.
Что у него с лицом, не могу понять. Он что ли тоже на него напал? Хотя как он тогда выжил?
Tomorrow? No, it's going to be tonight.
Как ему узнали имя, которое написал записку? Давайте. Полиция, а полиция уже. Уже тебе помогут. Альфонсо.
Listen, if the missing girl was your granddaughter, you wouldn't forgive me if I didn't let you see the only suspect who could lead us to her.
Okay.
Так, ну ладно. В принципе, на этого человека мне вообще пофигу.
Shucks.
What?
I thought that bloodbath would cover up the smell of stale grease. I was wrong.
С наступлением темноты. А давайте на этой такой положительной ноте и закончим. С вами был Дикий. Спасибо, что посмотрели мой видеоролик. Скоро увидимся. Обязательно пройдем эту игру. Ставим лайки, подписываемся на канал. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Всем пока.